You know that person, the one who was your best friend, your favorite coworker, maybe even family. And then one day, nothing. No explanation, no fight you can point to, just silence. Blocked, deleted, gone. We call them cold, dramatic, toxic even. But what if I told you that cutting people off isn't usually about anger at all? It's about fear. Today, we're going to unpack the real psychology behind people who sever ties, and why understanding it might change how you see your own relationships too. The first thing to understand is this. For most cutters, the decision rarely starts with the other person. It starts inside them. People who habitually cut others off often carry what psychologists call an avoidant attachment style. Somewhere early in life, usually childhood, they learned that closeness comes with risk. Maybe love was inconsistent. Maybe vulnerability was punished. So their nervous system made a deal. If I don't let anyone get too close, no one can hurt me. For someone like this, conflict doesn't feel like a bump in the road. It feels like danger. And when the brain perceives danger, it doesn't negotiate. It activates fight, flight, or freeze. Cutting someone off is flight. It's not cruelty. It's a nervous system slamming an exit door. Here's the second piece: black and white thinking. Many people who cut others off completely, rather than working through a problem, struggle to hold two conflicting feelings at once: love and anger, trust and disappointment. Instead of sitting in that discomfort, the mind simplifies it. This person is good, or this person is bad, in or out. This kind of splitting is common in people with anxious avoidant patterns, and it shows up a lot in those who grew up around instability, addiction, unpredictable parenting, emotional neglect. When you never learned that relationships can survive rupture, repair isn't even in your toolbox. Cutting off feels like the only form of self-protection available. There's also a control element here that's easy to miss. Ending a relationship on your own terms, abruptly, silently, gives a sense of power. No negotiation, no waiting to see if the other person will hurt you first. Psychologists sometimes describe this as a preemptive strike against abandonment. If I leave first, I can't be left. It's a defense mechanism, and like most defense mechanisms, it works in the short term. It reduces anxiety fast. The problem is what it costs long term. A life full of short relationships, shallow trust, and a growing belief that everyone eventually shows their true colors, which conveniently confirms the original fear and starts the cycle again. Now, important caveat: not all cutting off is dysfunctional. Sometimes walking away is the healthy choice, from abuse, manipulation, or relationships that have genuinely run their course. The difference usually comes down to two things: pattern and process. Someone setting a boundary after real harm, who's thought it through and can articulate why, is doing something adaptive. Someone who does this repeatedly, impulsively, with almost everyone who gets close and can't quite explain what went wrong each time, that's usually the avoidant pattern talking, not sound judgment. If you strip away the coldness on the surface, what you often find underneath is someone who's exhausted by the anticipation of being hurt, exhausted by feeling responsible for managing everyone else's feelings. Cutting someone off can feel to them less like punishment and more like relief. The same relief you'd feel setting down a heavy bag you didn't realize you were still carrying. That doesn't make it painless for the people left behind. It just means the behavior isn't really about villainy. It's about self-protection that's gone a little too far, running on outdated wiring from a much earlier chapter of life. So if you've been on the receiving end of a sudden cutoff, this isn't necessarily a verdict on your worth. And if you are someone who tends to disappear when things get hard, that instinct made sense once. It kept you safe. But relationships, real ones, are built in the moments after rupture, not in the absence of it. Growth isn't learning to never want to run. It's learning to stay long enough to find out that this time you might not have to. If this video helped you understand someone in your life, or maybe understand yourself a little better, leave a comment below. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe, because next week we're talking about the opposite pattern, the people who can't let go, even when they should.